The fifth-year option deadline for 2020 first-round picks for the 2024 season was due on Tuesday, and the Vikings declined the fifth-year option for wide receiver Jalen Reagor. And Reagor was due $12.99 million if the Vikings picked it up, and it would have been fully guaranteed. So, yeah, it's a pretty easy decision. And of the 32 first-round picks, only 12 players had their fifth-year option exercised. Now, there's a reason there, because a couple years ago they went from injury only guaranteed, meaning that if the player didn't live up to the standard year 4, they could pull it if the player could pass a physical. But now, since they're fully guaranteed, teams are a lot more judicious with the fifth year option. So, guys like Burrow, guys like Andrew Thomas, Tua, Justin Herbert, Derek Brown obviously picked up, as well as guys like Justin friggin' Jefferson. And just because a team doesn't pick up a player's fifth year option doesn't mean that they can't bounce back. Where the Vikings didn't pick up Bradbury's last year as a 2019 first round pick, and then he played well enough in year 4 to warrant a 3-year extension. So this isn't it for some of these guys, but also it is it for some of these guys. Yikes, Raiders in the first round. Like we mentioned, the Vikings did pick up Jefferson's fifth-year option. Now he hit the Pro Bowl and All-Pro accelerators, so he is going to be making $19.743 million in 2024. Now, hopefully, that will be a different number, because hopefully that means that they've worked out a long-term extension. But it is what it is. And with Jalen Reagor, I was kind of hopeful. Honestly, I was kind of hopeful when they traded for him because I did like him in the 2020 NFL draft, even though, yes, he always has to live with the guy taking one spot ahead of Justin freaking Jefferson. So no one mentioned that Ruggs was taken way ahead, or Judy, who they're always trying to trade. I mean, CD is pretty solid, but I don't know, man. But I was thinking, like, this was a clear mama, I can change him situation. I liked his game at TCU, but it didn't quite work out last year, where he did have 13 targets, 8 catches for 104 yards receiving, had 1 touchdown on a shovel pass, as well as had 25 yards rushing on 4 carries. Did have 4 fumbles, including 1 in the playoffs, mainly on punt return duty, which was always a heart attack waiting to happen. It's like, you think that you get someone safer after D.D. Westbrook, and not so much. But in Jalen's defense, like he does have his 2023 salary fully guaranteed, so $2.4 million and change is gonna be on the Vikings books no matter what, unless they trade him. So I mean, that's the power of being a first round pick. Like, your rookie deal is fully guaranteed. So I don't know. I liked him coming out of TCU. Frankly, I thought that he would have been a better one-for-one replacement for Stephon Diggs and Justin Jefferson, because I worried about Jefferson getting off press. We've been very open about that, but yeah, for whatever reason, didn't work out. Also, a couple of Kirk Cousins interceptions last year were due to Jalen Reagor running the wrong route or quitting on a route, so we got that going for us, which is nice. But even though his salary is fully guaranteed, I think that the Vikings may just eat it, where they added Jordan Addison, they added Brandon Powell, who also has some punt return ability. Then you got Jalen Naylor in the 6th round last year, who has a chance to step up. So it may be a numbers game. Like, it may be Jalen Reagor maybe on the outside looking in, because if you go 1 through 5, JJ, Addison, KJ, Jalen Naylor, Brandon Powell, that's 5. If they keep 6, maybe a guy like Malik Knowles or Thayer Thomas or Blake Prohl or Tristan Jackson step up as wide receiver 6, maybe even Cephas, who knows. But I don't know, like, either way, it didn't work out. And Howie Roseman deserves more stick for taking Jalen Reagor ahead of Justin Jefferson. Like, he gets a little bit, but then he gets the love fest all the time, because he has been drafting pretty well. But either way, it was a low risk, high reward spot for Kwesi. Doesn't look like it's working out. And even though Jalen has his salary fully guaranteed this year, I do not think that he is a lock to make the roster. But again, under the new CBA, it allows players to improve. So maybe Jalen Reagor will get it together in year 4, just like Bradbury did last year. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings decline wide receiver Jalen Reagor's 5th-year option. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.